Sie packen.
Hello and welcome back here again at Tribun, where we are going to present you the award-winning game Tribun. And today's game is going to be called Comeback, or at least it was called that back then. So let's jump into the board view.
Yeah.
You might see these stacks of pieces that have pictures on them. And the pictures show you the size of the tower. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Your goal is you have these 35 pieces and you want to take this enemy tribune off the board. For that you have 4 moves. Every unit, which is a stack of pieces, has its movement pattern and attack pattern. So this one, for example, it moves and attacks along this circle. And let's see.
Not that much arrows. Even if it is an archer.
The thing is, you have these movement patterns that you can also see once you lift up the pieces. So I hope it is going to be easy to follow along. And the other thing, if you don't move or attack, is you can restructure. So you have the move where you have one empty hexagon like this, for example. And then you can donate pieces from neighboring hexagons. You need to choose 2 donators, exactly 2. And then you can create new units, but you can also then, if you have a unit, split it apart on the neighboring hexagons like this or like this, perhaps like that. So this is basically the rules. If you want something more thorough, we have manuals and tutorials on the channel. The manuals are on the website, which is www.tribun.org. Without E, not Tribune with E, but without it. Anyhow, so let's jump into the game, and the first move here is this one. A very common thing, these run along the diagonal, and they stay on the same color. So this is a white-colored Equus.
Do you know what we forgot?
Oh, the music!
Yeah, the best part of the game.
Yeah, we almost forgot.
This is what sends a shiver down your spine when you see the opponent's forces marching. But you stand strong.
So, you kind of...
Yeah. I am always in the defensive, because I do not want this conflict, but you do. And I have to fight for my life.
No, I'm just going to bring you cookies and... and cake.
And squabble. Whatever this is.
The battle cake. Anyhow, so the
oh man.
the idea here
Hands
is
off drugs.
I want this from this attack from the flank. I like this style of playing, and I open this up. I'm going to combine in the future, create a few higher units, like taller. And good things will happen, and you usually do something counteracting my stuff.
Yeah, but see, this game is from, I guess, November 2024, so it's a couple of months ago. Now we have June 2025, and we improved our gameplay a little since then. I figured for myself lately that an Equus on one of these center fields isn't that valuable, because he's pointing at the rim of your formation. At least, I mean, here he's almost missing anything. So the better is where you're standing. That's juicy, I mean.
Yeah. You hit more vital points on this diagonal, as opposed to this one. And so we kind of developed usually every move in the beginning that isn't a combination is a bad move. As a rule of thumb, your first couple of moves should not entail moving or decombining, really.
Yeah, you need those bigger units that cover long distances and provide an enormous amount of threats.
Yeah, and you are right now threatening. You went out of the way
Yeah, by
to
combining.
threaten.
Yeah.
So you haven't moved, but you're threatening to take, which is a very valid threat that I will respond to like this. I will protect. And I like this U-shape formation. Because what it does, or like, I don't know, kind of looks like a hat from your perspective. And so the idea here is you can very quickly do something like this to create two ballistae. But you also have the option to not do this and just have a very solid defense.
Yeah, that's the interesting part about this game. You can choose what army fits your needs best. Basically, that's in chess. It's different. Everyone gets the same pieces and the same units, therefore, and you have to deal with the situation. And if you lose something, then it's gone. But here, you may recreate something that you desperately need, and try to bring the final blow. Yeah, still. Now
That's
what?
a weird move.
It is completely weird. I mean, this one was supposed to I mean, this is so... God, we should not take old games. It's so ugly.
Well, at least we can see that we have improved, because this
seriously
seems very obvious.
Yeah, I take without a doubt, because then there is a next threat. You cannot really move this one, and yeah, I mean.
So let's just pretend that didn't happen and drop back. And,
it's almost as if we would comment on a subscriber's game.
yeah, it is, but that just goes to show we're all human and
Yeah.
we do stupid things, especially on the time trouble. Because, you know, I refuse to take time to think, and you do take a little bit of time, but so we could take a little bit more time is all I'm gonna...
Now all of you out there should feel empowered to play yourself. I mean, you can do better, right?
Yeah, probably. So,
Okay.
I combine back. Very simple. Now everything... I only have this one high unit. And you also
Me
have
too.
this one.
Hashtag me too.
And they are on the same side, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So the thing is, now that we're already set up, we can battle it out, right?
Yeah, and then the interesting part will be the next transformation of this army. Will we just encroach small steps, covering small distances, but staying a solid block, or becoming these bigger units and sniping the enemy?
And so this kind of looks like the first approach, kind of trying to take control of the center with very small units. I'm kicking you out, for I could take you with the small unit supported by the big unit. And I would take two things with one thing, which would be a net benefit, even if I lost this unit in the process. So you get out of the way. This is under threat, but it is very well covered.
I don't know. I don't like this move. The better would have been to form an Aquis and say, well, now, come on. This field is very much fortified, and I'm exchanging your valuable piece.
Material.
Huh? Sorry?
It's just 11 points of material. Like,
Yeah,
that's nothing.
I mean, he was still going to die. But for a good purpose.
Yeah, so you did this and I kicked you out. That's the benefit. If we had a 4 high unit here,
Yeah.
which this is what we were contemplating there, that wouldn't happen because you would now take here.
Yeah.
So it would be a less good move, but in this situation you can take here. I just earned another hexagon.
Mhm.
Well, now you want to take?
Now bad leads to worse.
This is very much defended. By the way, these lines that you see, this is how pieces could move / attack.
I mean, the simple way could be to just pick them up and the system shows you where it can move or attack or...
Exactly, but the thing is here, it's like, you only see the necessary bits.
Mm. Yeah.
So I will continue to do that. Just... This is the idea here. Long-term threats, but also perhaps you want to get out here to move around.
And still, this is a formidable pin. I mean, I cannot really... If I would move out of the way...
I don't think...
I don't know, okay, that would be okay. But I cannot, let's say, I cannot combine like this, because this is the crucial defender.
Yeah, so being tempted to do this could leave you in a little bit of a tight spot here.
But not even this. I mean, you would take, I would take, and you could not retake.
This is, by the way,
That's interesting.
I decombined here. Now I have a lot of arches. And the idea is I want to keep this. And it is attacked by 2 things, so I fortify it with 2 things. And in the process I'm also attacking it.
Yeah, interesting. I was thinking about retreating maybe, but this is also an option, just attacking, but now you are essentially forced to combine. And you do, and you are re-attacking and setting up the next kind of fork. Okay, this one is solid, but this one is not. And again, okay.
This one's not protected.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, if you take, then you threaten this, and this is an equal exchange. You would take 3, I would take 3, you might take 1, and then I would take 1. Equal exchange. But before that happens, I can take up here, I was thinking.
But I can take 4 pieces.
Oh, actually, 4 is a little bit much. So, I don't know, maybe I missed that?
I guess. Because that's the trouble you have with calculating such a situations with so many archers around. It's very hard to spot. And so I take. But now you come with tempo, so maybe it was intentional.
I don't think so. I think this is like a swoop. I screwed up playing this move. Now let's utilize this move, this piece standing here, or rather unit I should say, and try to get in over here perhaps. And
but not at the moment. This archer is doing a quite good job. And at the same time, this ballista protects the rear side as well. So I
Yeah,
cannot
but-
infiltrate. Very, very important part.
For example, this could be another move in the future, and after this, you would have, of course, to kind of calculate this through. But
Yeah, but
No.
this spot we saw earlier on is fortified or defended by various pieces. So, okay. So kind of in exchange, not yet equal. I lost one piece in this one.
but
it's
you
still
won 3 before,
Yeah,
so
so it's
you
still
won
okay.
2.
Yeah.
Now you're going out with this one, which is very interesting, making this hexagon very weak. Now I'm getting in.
Yeah, but not right away.
And I'm getting out, because...
I'm getting... It's like Douglas, come in and find out.
Yeah, and I suppose you will go here. It's a very natural... Oh, you didn't. That's funny. Because this kind of looks natural. You would want to do this because you attack something big and something more valuable is behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But in this scenario, I could very well do this. And you don't actually have much here.
Yeah.
Because you can now just take the small thing, it's protected by this, you're not getting through.
Yeah. But at least this Centuria would have a low-level job. Just defending a spearsman is not that great for Centuria.
Oh.
She has bigger duties. Okay.
So yeah, take...
But as I keep this position, I still bind this one down to, yeah, a defensive job.
I also have this.
Ah, okay. You have the ballista
One
as
of
well.
them cannot move. Ooh, this is a very bad move. Indeed. It loses 5 pieces.
We should have checked on this game before.
Well, but... I mean, I'm getting in there, which is something, for sure.
But I'm sensing there is some clue why we named it comeback. And this is giving me headaches.
And
How
this
on
is a
earth?
great move, I think. Because you threaten 2 things. This you could take fully with this one, with this support. And if you move, I could take here. It's a very common pattern. Because right now I'm attacking the Tribune. You can only take 2, and once you do, I'm going to take your Tribune. Nothing has changed. So... that's awkward. I'm get a little bit of material back. Or not.
Yeah,
Now I have this.
but still not that clear.
You see,
You have-
I had very little.
Yeah.
But I have utilized it very well.
Yeah, I mean it's not just entertaining. It's educational. That was the word. Yeah, I should take more education. So being down 7 points of material, but delivering them in such a powerful way. I mean, that's a thing.
And because I have main diagonals, these are very important. I have some neat straightaways covered. And perhaps this one can very easily, like this, move around. You also have this. And these 2 diagonals are also not too shabby. So let's see what you do. Well, that's kind of straightforward. You attack me,
Yeah.
and lose your Equus.
Instantly blundering the game. I mean, normally a ballista on the rim, or at least at the side of or the flank of your army, isn't that valuable sometimes. But it's kind of hidden. I'm completely blanking on this possibility.
Well,
Because the ballista, you can see the golden circles. This is the attack pattern, so it can take along these lines.
but I like your approach here. You want to do
I don't.
damage like this.
I don't. No, you can take. I cannot retake because the Equus would kill me. You have already this one from the side.
You have a point.
Can you, yeah,
Yeah,
just
you
repair
have
the board.
This just got taken.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's. Perhaps if you go here.
I think the better part would be to attack. Now, if you deliver an assault, so you need more pieces in the vicinity of the enemy tribune, so this one should definitely step ahead.
Thinking the combination hexagon that you gain is very valuable.
Yeah, but I cannot make use of it. It is covered.
Yeah, but the other thing is you have this empty hexagon, and in the future you might want to do this. But of course, this would be best if you attack something else with it too. But
Yeah, and when you combine here, then this ballista another time strikes from the side.
well, fair enough.
It really wasn't the best approach in the
So
world.
taking
Yeah.
here could be interesting, but I don't think it's worth it. Ooh, yeah, that's ugly. You can take here or you can take here, but you can't do both.
This is so shameful.
Eh. I'm not that big of a fan of this move. Ooh,
Neither
double
me.
attack.
Yeah. This is ugly. I mean, you utilize one checker coin in a brilliant way, admittedly. Okay, now. Yeah.
Do something.
Yeah.
You combine.
Man, I cannot run. You chopped away every escape field I had. So, I am forced to combine further up. And both of us know that this is bad.
Yeah. And so you combine up to a 4 high unit. You want to combine up to a bigger unit than this.
Yeah,
a 6
but
high unit or a Centuria,
Yeah,
which
but-
is 8 high.
you want a Centuria. The ballista is even worse. No. The better choice would have been to collect some of these pieces. But I still sensed blood. Maybe if I can open up these two lines, but nope.
And honestly, I think if you do something like this, or well, that
No.
currently doesn't work.
Because I just chop it down with my
Yeah, you would
ballista.
have to utilize a double attack. Yeah, and this, I was kind of thinking, how can we protect this and attack at the same time, but I don't see a way. Unfortunately.
Repair the board and bring it to an end. I'm really...
Oh, actually, this is a real mean move. Come to think of it.
Yeah, but I can take here.
Oh yeah, you can take.
So let's not dive that deep into it. I'm irritated in a way I cannot describe.
Well, this is more
And
strict.
this is so dumb. I mean, do never ever put a ballista in the corner. And as well, do not put it like here or so, because you always have to check how many diagonals do I can use. And here you have just 2 of them. And here it's even worse because the diagonals are just apart in an angle of 60 degrees. That means you can usually easily plug put two barricades at once by a simple decombination.
But that's not even necessary in this case.
And in this case, not. But it's such a bad decision.
This is blockading you in every way.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about this before. This was the previous situation. So if you took here, that would just be more interesting.
Yeah, it offers opportunities. I can go here, I can attack you.
So probably you have to do this. You don't want the enemy tribune to end up here. And then what you want to do in the future is probably take here. This is like kind of the game plan for black player. And if you take 4, I take 4, so you exchange. And if you don't, well then you just lost 6 pieces.
But first I have to deal with this situation. But
yeah, of course.
I didn't do it. I opted for the most devastating possibility at hand.
Yeah, and so, like, feel free to ponder for a couple of seconds. Just pause the video.
Yeah.
How can you win here?
3, 2, 1, gone.
So the way you think about this is everything here around the Centuria is being attacked by something. So you need a double attack. You currently only have the option of using 3 high units to attack because the diagonals are too far away. So, and you're just quite far away from the Tribune as well. So you would put down 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Double attack.
And the remainder is beautiful.
Exactly. And so this also covers these, and the 1 high unit covers this hexagon. So
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Remember me saying that these are not valuable? They are. But just on the right spot.
So now you chose to take here.
Yeah.
And grant me the victory by taking your tribute.
Deserved. Deserved, absolutely. I threw the game out of the window. I'm a little disgusted by myself. But hey. It could be worse. No, actually not. Okay, we hope you enjoyed this game. We did. If you like, then subscribe and show it to friends and maybe download everything you get for free. Go to the description below. You find our homepage, tribun.org, and yeah, get ready, going. Play the Tabletop Simulator online also for free, and let's create a community with this fantastic board game with so many possibilities. Never ever occurred on a single board. Yeah. So, up until next Friday, see us soon.
On Tribun.